Hey everybody, Dr. Packer here. Thank you very much for joining me. So, I just wanted to explain to you a new video concept that I will be running with for the next little bit. So, for most of you that follow me, understand that on normally Tuesdays and Thursdays, I upload the short messages, the little 3-minute messages that goes to all the social media outlets. And then on the weekends, I upload the messages that I deliver from churches or most of the time out of the chapel. And then on Wednesday, I've done a number of different things. I've uploaded um, when I used to do the daily talk, and they were a little longer videos. And then also, my fiance, Sarah, and I did Don't Screw Up Your Relationship. We did about nine, I think it was about 8 or 9 um, programs like that. And so, what I'm going to do on Wednesdays for the next little while, I'm going to upload what's known as the 9-minute podcast. So, we're not going to go into the double digits, spend about 9 minutes and talk about, some of the things that, whatever the current events may be of that time, and just hopefully continue to find the silver lining in regards to what is happening in life in general, in the universe, in the world, in the United States, and in our world where we are uh, focusing on and living and influencing every single day. So, the 9-minute podcast will be happening every Wednesday. I'll upload it once a week. So, adding that to the repertoire. And many of you may be aware that the response is continuing, and that's why I've kept my presence here on social media. Um, because, and not just presenting messages in services and not recording them and posting them, because my goal, my agenda was from the very beginning when I decided to. So I had social media, I took social media down, then I decided to get back onto social media, and it has been very productive, because what I have continued to focus on is to, when people come to my page, whether it be the YouTube page, Instagram, Facebook, that people find inspiration and help and hope. It's the same concept as I've said when people have told me when I'm ministering. They say, "You're not hard enough on the people. You've got to really go after people. I mean, just really go after them and just beat them up and do that." And I'm just not going to do that. I never have, and I'm not going to, because of the fact that when people are struggling all week long at work, you're struggling at work. It doesn't matter, you're working either early on a first shift or you're working a second shift. Some people are doing double duty. Some people are working 2, 3 jobs, and you're going through that. You're dealing with bosses, and you're dealing with customers, and you're dealing with your own issues. Then you come home and you're dealing with family, and you're dealing with spouses, children, houses, everything that's involved in that. And you struggle and you go through that. And then you come to a church service to what? Continue to get beat up. And that's one of the reasons why the church has lost a lot of people. Let's just, get down to business. And let's not forget, I am an agent of a church. Not only am I a pastor, but I'm also a bishop within an organization. And this is something that I continue to tout to our pastors all the time. We get down to brass tacks, the church has lost people. And I know that there were people that have lost faith, and I know that there were people that don't believe, and I know that there are people that have been so under despair, and that they've left the church, but a lot of people have left the church because of the church, and we have nobody to blame but ourselves. And this is why people being able to actually come into a church and find a place to rest, and be able to regroup and recover. Even Jesus told his disciples, because they were on a go pace. And at one point, Jesus told his disciples, he said, come away, come apart, and let's rest for a while. I delivered a message one time, and, I may do it again. It's entitled, Come Apart Before You Come Apart. And in this world, we're running, we're ripping, we're running, we're dealing with all that's going on in the news and how does it affect us. And right now, even with our government, we have so many things going on. We have so many plates that are spinning. We're waiting for which one is going to fall off and where are we standing. And so when you come to a spiritual place, you should be able to find rest there. You shouldn't go in and at that moment, you're wondering about what's going to happen in your life, and you go wandering into the church, and the next thing you do is you've got some minister up there that's staring you down and scaring you half to death. That, oh my God, these are the times when the earth is going to open up and swallow everybody. This is a time of us to be able to start looking for the hope, because I'm telling you, if there's ever been a day that hope needs to come out and to come from the church, it needs to be right now. If there's ever been a time when faith needs to come alive, it's right now. If there's ever been a day that people are able to throw wide their arms and embrace people from all walks of life, it is right now. I'm reminded of when September 11th took place, the Twin Towers coming down. Actually, there were 5 towers total that came down. And, of course, the Pentagon was hit, and there was another plane that was landed, actually taken over by those that were on the plane as they overtook the hijackers. And when all of that was going on, people were talking about, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. The church is getting out of here. We're getting out of here. Everybody look up, look up, look up, because our redemption draweth nigh. And I and many other pastors were preaching, don't look up to get out of here, but look in. Look into the people that need help. Look in. Now is not the time to look up to talk about let's get out of here. Now is when we're needed. And this is the hour that it's time to start preaching faith, talking faith, and encouraging people. Thanks for joining me for episode 1 of the 9 Minute Podcast.